Love discovering new music from artists you've never heard of? Enjoy being the envy of your friends when you play a new song they wish they'd heard first? Well, here at On Air, we offer just that. Tonight on the show, we'll be joined with up-and-coming singer-songwriter Miss Jen Simmonds, who's here performing some of her new tracks and answering all our questions. Feeling excited? You should be, as this is On Air. Good evening and welcome to On Air, the programme that showcases fresh talent from in and around London and straight to you keen music lovers at home. I'm your host Yasmin, and today on the show 22-year-old Jen Simmonds will join us, and later we'll be picking her brains on what she's been working on for this year. But to kick things off with a new track from her EP Stay For A While, it's Jen.
I will not start on the way that we were. Feeding your heart is enough to turn me on. Give me a chance to the finishing line. I'm in pursuit of feeling something new. Won't you stay for a while to replay our love? Won't you stay for a while to replay our love? As we lay down on a bed full of springs, I hear the sound that you are tempting me with, but we're fucking around with the question of ice. Where are we now? Oh, it's getting too much, but just stay for a while to replay our love. Won't you stay for a while to replay our love? And it's all to do with how I'm thinking of it now. My mind may have changed, I still want you just the same. Won't you come round to stay for a while and replay our love? Won't you stay for a while to replay our love? And if we go down, just promise me this: you'll remember how we once had it. And if I see you in town, I'll just smile and think only the good that we gave in those weeks. Only the good that we gave in those weeks.
So that's Jen, everybody. Jen, can you come over and take a seat with me? Jen, well done. That was amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show for us.
No worries.
So Jen, you are from Buckinghamshire, yes?
I am, yeah. I'm from a little place called Iverheath, which is on the outskirts.
Nice, not too far away from here.
No, not at all.
So Jen, have you always been performing solo, or were you ever in a band?
I was in a band, an all indie girl band when I was about 14, and that's where it sort of started for me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What was your role within the band?
I was the guitarist at first, and then I was
Okay.
forced into playing guitar and singing.
So it worked well, because obviously you're here today.
Yeah, of course.
So you're now performing at Middlesex,
Yeah.
or studying at Middlesex.
Yeah.
What course do you do?
I'm on the popular music course.
Nice. What year are you in?
I'm in 3rd year at the moment.
Nearly finishing.
Yeah, stressful times.
So obviously you're now at university, you're also writing new material and then going out and performing that. How do you fit it all in?
It's a busy life, but I like to socialise as well. I fit it in.
And when about do you start writing your music? Do you tend to do it in the day or the evening? What works best for you?
I tend to write at night. I just feel like it's a lot more peaceful.
I guess it's where all the magic happens.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Well. Although I can't imagine your neighbours would like that.
No, probably not.
When you're performing at your gigs, do your friends and family ever come down and visit you? Or
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I haven't performed as regularly as I would want to because I'm writing a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll come down when I have some gigs lined up.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you come from a musical family as well?
Not particularly. I mean, they all like music.
Yeah.
But my granddad played the piano. If that's
maybe another instrument.
Maybe.
So we've obviously just heard "Stay for a While." Can you tell us a bit about the song? Where did you get the inspiration from for that?
It's a little bit of a heartbreak song, but it's sort of written in a nice way and not with any hate.
Yes.
or anything like that.
I think we like that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now, is it true you also use films to garner your inspiration? I mean, how does that whole process work?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I'm a typical girl and I like a rom-com every now and then.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I'll watch one and think, well, that's something nice to write about. So,
that's great. So what would you say is probably your favourite film?
Saying that, I like a good war film.
Okay,
so
a bit different.
Probably Saving Private Ryan is up there.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen it myself, but good. Now, it seems 2015 has been quite a busy year for you already, and we also know you've been recently working with the BBC. How's that been going?
Well, they called me in to work to do an interview for the BBC Introducing, and I got my song played live on there, and I did a live radio interview, which was really scary. But yeah, it was cool. It was a good experience.
Great. Well, obviously the BBC beat us too.
Yeah.
So we've heard "Stay for a While," and we'll be hearing from you a little bit later on, and we'll also be hearing for Still Interlude in a bit. But for now, we're handing over to you at home. Here at On Air, we don't just want to deliver new music, we want to hear new music. So we sent our On Air teams to find out what songs you at home are plugged into.
The last thing I listened to was Chris Brown and Tiger's song AO.
I believe Trey Songz and Nicki Minaj.
Stay With Me by the artist Sam Smith. Logic, he's like this rapper.
I think it was a song called Stamina by Mr. Come On.
Childish Gambino.
Today, my ringtones of the phone.
Probably an upbeat song from Michael Jackson.
Beyonce Single Ladies, Will Smith Freshman to Bel-Air, and John Legend Refuge.
That's actually quite difficult because my music taste changes a lot. Like Jay, Henny, Echo.
It's not the end of the world. I have a band called Super Furry Animals.
Second City, I Wanna Feel, Winston Church, and Come Fly With Me is Frank Sinatra.
But I think I would choose like songs from my favorite band, which is called The Ark.
Album of Chris Brown and Tiger. Fan.
I just got one song, Top Dumping.
Any RD, probably, in the shower.
I like to come up with stuff, not necessarily listen to stuff.
Top hits from the 90s is what I'd listen to in the shower, so things like Manic Monday and other hits from the 90s.
Beyonce's Blow. Best current then.
I'll go with an easier one, Twerk It by Busta Rhymes. That's definitely one of my go-to songs.
One Direction, everybody wanna see me when I go. That one.
GDFR.
I think maybe Grime, because my brother used to listen to it, so that's it. I just don't like to admit it, but that's it.
My funny Valentine, you'll sing. But your mind is flawed and in between.
I thought it was very soothing. I liked her voice. It's one of them old classic voices.
Yeah, it's quite catchy and like calming down and it's like relaxing.
cool, modern, relaxed. I could listen to that for a long time.
Now, it's safe to say you guys have got great taste. If you fancy telling us about any great artists or you yourself want to be featured on our show, the information you need is on the bottom of the screen now. Now, Jen, it's only fair that we ask you the same questions that we asked our viewers. So, what would be your shower song?
Probably a bit of Frank Sinatra, Come Fly With Me.
Someone else said that as well.
Yeah,
I think. So
I
good song
know.
choice. And what 3 songs would you take with you if you were on a desert island?
That's a difficult one. Anything garage, probably, upbeat.
Uplifting, yeah.
Probably a bit of Ella Fitzgerald, A Man I Love. And Bon Iver is like my favourite band, so Holocene, their song.
Nice.
Sure.
So if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
I would love to work with Laura Marling. She's another female singer-songwriter. I think she's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're currently focusing on your upcoming EP. Has that got a name yet?
It's going to be called Through the Night, because I write through the night.
Good combination. I like it. So there's clearly a lot that goes into the making of an EP. How does that whole process work?
Well, I'm lucky to have a little home studio of myself, of my own, and I sort of am in with some producers and stuff like that. So I send songs to them, and then they give me some tips, and I'll put it on the songs.
So I imagine when you're making your EP and you're out gigging and promoting, do you ever get nervous still, or is that sort of a phase that's sort of past now?
Yeah, I definitely get nervous. It's like a personal thing being a songwriter, I guess. You never know what people are going to say about it. But
yeah, I can imagine actually. It would make you nervous actually.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't music that you went into, what other area do you think you could have potentially got into?
I would have loved to have been a marine biologist, or just work with dolphins in general. I was really obsessed by them when I was a kid. But yeah, it wasn't for me when I grew up.
Yeah,
so.
I can imagine completely different.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that would have worked for an interview on this show.
No.
So going back to your music, are there any other instruments that you can play other than the guitar?
I can dabble on the banjo and ukulele, keys, harmonica. I tried once, but
wow.
Yeah.
That's a new thing altogether though.
Yeah.
And also, would you prefer performing in a gig or in a studio? So which environment do you prefer?
There's a lot of pressure in a studio, so probably at a gig because it's a lot more sort of chilled and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow. So what have you got planned for the rest of 2015 and beyond?
I plan to release my EP and build more of a fan base for myself.
Wow.
And see where that takes me, really.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot going on for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
And if you at home want to keep track of Jen's progress, the link is at the bottom of the screen now. One other little question. Anyone that's going to try and make it into the music industry, what advice would you give to them?
I would say just be yourself. I know that's probably a simple thing to say, but it makes a lot of difference if you're just yourself.
Well, it's definitely some great advice. Hope we can help them out there. So at home, if you would like to tell us about anything and everything music related, the address is at the bottom of the screen now. Well, before we hear from what you prepared earlier for us in the show, we want to wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we can get you back in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks.
Well, we're nearly out of time, but make sure you're back here with us next week when we'll be hearing from indie rock band King Scrolls. I've been your host, Yasmin Amy, but right now here's something else from Jen. This is still Interlude to play us out. Good night.
Funny Valentine, you'll sing. But your mind is flawed and in between. Something to celebrate, but with me you'll hesitate. You're never sure of anything, but you'll get away with it when I tell you I'm over it. So now I'm the fool, but a fool for you. Casual haze is absolute, but my days are yours to pursue. I won't confess to that, it's a fact we always knew. I'm such a fool for you. something I don't trust about you. Still, there's something so unjust about you. Yeah, my heart will beat for more of you. Yeah, my heart will beat for more of you. Our bodies tender and pale. It's the truth, my affections do soar. It's got me on overdrive. I'm done for if you aren't mine, but we know I always loved you more.